Is everyone leaving mattresses outside today? Here on the trail. I did notice the walking up was a little buggy in terms of converting the steps. It says here, I was actually looking it up, moving between tall buildings or between dense tree cover or in a canyon can affect the GPS signal and can result in steps not being counted. I guess that explains that. Although for me, it's more about tracking the steps in general, which it seems like it does still. Although at the same time, I guess for people to use those points as motivation, that's really bad. For people that do hiking and stuff like that. Too bad I didn't have a better camera on the drone yesterday. There was so many shots I wanted to actually capture for like that paraglider and stuff like that. But it was make a choice. Like kind of get a medium good shot like with the sky and the person, or have like a really dark bottom. And unfortunately it wasn't really coordinated because obviously just let the guy do his thing. But he was willing to be taped and everything like that, but it just didn't have like the right lighting and stuff like that. If it had like a better sensor or something like that, it would have been a lot better. At times like that, it's better to have better resources to capture those moments and stuff like that. Because I know it will go a long way just for having fun and so forth, and as well just, you know, showing people that are afraid of the tech and all that. But yesterday was a good reminder too. For the most part, it seemed like most people in the public, they're okay with it. Like when you fly drones, capturing videos and all that. Again, for the most part, it's just like a regular camera with more flexibility. But things like the props are usually the safety concern. So this one says, drone safety system stops props before they cut fingers. Funny enough, this article starts with a negative perception, like the typical ones. If there's one thing that's scary about quadcopter drones besides their ability to invade people's privacy or fall on their heads, it's those fast spinning and potentially skin slicing rotor blades. An experimental new system, however, is designed to stop the rotors before they can do any cutting. Known as Safety Rotor, the system was developed by a team from Australia's University of Queensland. It says it incorporates 4 lightweight plastic hoops, each of one which is mounted on one of the drone sets of rotors, extended out to surround the rotor blades. The spinning of the rotors causes the hoops to spin with them, but because the hoops are mounted through a low friction bearing on the rotor shaft, they don't spin as fast or thus dangerously as the rotors and can be stopped independently. It says the sensor subsequently prompts a microcontroller driving the rotor's motor to apply an electrodynamic braking system. This will stop the blades from spinning in less than 0.06 of a second from the time that finger touches the hoop. That's kind of interesting. I think the quote safest one I've seen is that concept one where someone pulled a drone out of a drawer and you fold it up into a sphere and you can put stuff in that middle sphere, and as it is you can fly it away so it's perfectly safe. The guy can grab it and then put it back in the cupboard after a while. It'd be neat to see things like that become reality. I think the most interesting thing I read today, apparently there's a video game that's coming out that's causing a lot of controversy. Basically it's going to be released on the Steam platform and it's called Active Shooter. And apparently this game, you are either the shooter, for example, the guy that's going to schools and trying to kill people, or you're, for example, the police officers trying to stop the person. And this is the company's description for it. It says, Active Shooter, the simulation. Pick your role, gear up and fight or destroy. Be the good guy or bad guy, the choice is yours. Only in Active Shooter you will be able to pick the role of an elite SWAT member or the actual shooter. Lead your team, extract civilians, and neutralize the shooter. Apparently it was supposed to come out on June the 6th. So as you can see from the trailer and everything like that, if you were the shooter, you could, as I mentioned, go into the schools and start shooting people, which obviously is generating a lot of buzz because that's been an event in real life. A lot of shootings have been happening, unfortunately. I guess it's evident as well this has hit a nerve with people because people even tried to do things like an online petition. Like this one says, Valve, do not launch Active Shooter, a school shooter video game. It has about 26,000 signatures from when I checked it. The question on my mind personally, like I'm a person that plays video games and all that, and I don't really care too much about the themes of these type of games, is whether or not did the company intend to release a game like this regardless of the recent events, or are they trying to capitalize on the fact that it will generate a controversy and stuff like this, where unfortunately, people will buy it because of it. So that's basically what I'm wondering in that case. Because some of the tags they use to describe their own games are a little ridiculous. Like simulation, okay, violent, action, but like anime, a dating sim, really? Okay. Like to that, it'll make me sound like they're purposely trying to capitalize on whatever they can in terms of buzzwords and stuff like that to give this game attention. For a person like me, it doesn't look too appealing. Like I'm not gonna play it personally, although it makes me wonder, is that debate again. Do you think games like these cause people to do violent things, or do you think they're already, quote, messed up in a way? I can only speak for myself. I've played some really violent games and stuff like that, weapons and all that, first-person shooters. I've never had any desire to hold a gun or to shoot a gun at all. If anything, it's always been for fictional stuff where people are like, here, carry this gun or whatever, pretend to be this person. That's the only time I've had to use a gun, like a quote fake gun, a prop gun. But again, for me personally, playing those things, it doesn't make me want to like use a gun, go shoot people and so forth. So I think it comes down more to, again, things like the environment and stuff like that, like what caused the person to be like that in the first place. Someone get kidnapped by a wolf or something? I guess with all this equipment, the crows take over instead of the geese and stuff. Alright, see you guys later.